We like to meet here first because this is a monthly meeting and people will have the landmark of where we initially gather. Sometimes with speakers here and then sometimes with virtual world field trips. So today we're taking a field trip over to Poland History House.
Hello, I am Dex Euromat. I'll be guiding you on my personal project in second wave called Poland History House. In the beginning, I would like to say that I am not a historian, just an engineer with a wide range of interests. Poland History House was created in late summer 2019. I had few inspirations, mainly the 100th anniversary of Polish independence and events that happened during World War II. Also, the history presented here is, I hope, presented in the most objective way, but also from our Polish perspective. Ground floor has three areas: country information, temporary exhibitions, and basement under first floor. Main exhibition on the first floor contains 14 tablets with timeline that starts in front of the stairs and goes around them in the right direction. Above and under them there are buttons that, when clicked, will give you a pop-up menu with dates anchored on timeline, red arrows pointing up or down. At the beginning of the journey there is animated history of Poland, a non-commentary animation that goes through the whole over 1000 years in just around 9 minutes. Now, I would like to give you a brief review of Polish history. Nation started to form around half of the 9th century, from nomadic tribes who settled down. Around 966 AD, our first ruler, Mieszko I, took the baptization and became Christian. In year 1000, our next ruler, Boleslaus the Brave, made a big meeting with Holy Roman Emperor Otto III. In our first capital, Gniezno, it was so successful that the emperor signed the Edict of Coronation for Boleslaus, which then was sent to Pope for confirmation. It took 25 years, but finally Poland had the inherited crown, and Piast dynasty became the first kings of Poland. During territorial conflicts in 1038, capital was moved to Kraków. A century later, Poland got partitioned to a lot of parts by another king. Who did not want his sons to compete with each other who should be the next one. King created the seigneurial part of capital, who will be inherited by the oldest son, and then put in hands of another in line. On paper, it was a good plan, but human nature is always the same. For about 2 years, we had, after Piast dynasty, we had Angevin dynasty. Thank Queen Hedwig. And from 1997, the queen was at that time 11 years old girl who acts thoroughly like an adult. In 1385, Jagiellonian prince from Lithuania married Hedwig and started a new dynasty, but also started the longest alliance in Europe, 410 years, the third partition of Poland in 1795. One of the greatest battles with the Teutonic Order happened in 1410 on Grunwald Fields. In In 1569, alliance between Poland and Lithuania changed to Commonwealth, Republic of both nations. In 1609, the capital was again moved, now to Warsaw. Wing hussars made a difference during the siege of Vienna in 1683. In 1791, we adopted the 3rd May Constitution, first in Europe, second in the world after United States of America. Second partition, 1793. Only some territory with capital left untouched.
I love how interactive your space is. I feel like I'm in some kind of a museum. So thanks so much for a great tour.
You're welcome. Well, the idea was to be simple but informative.